All right, so here's the mess I got here. Now, I have just laid it all around, just laid everything out of the drawers, I don't know, storage places. This need the room needs to just get super organized. That's what I like. I like really organized area, and this area was much more organized before, but to really get uh, the level that I want, that I see, that when I look anywhere, I see, oh, here's that thing, and here's this one. I know everything where they're located, and everything belongs only one place, and there is absolutely nothing on any of the. This is my counter, this is my table. We can just call this a workbench, whatever. I call this a counter because it's floating, it's hung on the wall. I made it. It's an L-shaped work area. Currently harbors my server, which hopefully will move somewhere else. So we got a lot of things going on here. So I have made some progress today, and I will walk you through it and see what else we can do. Let's take a look and explain to you. So here is my cooling parts for my PC components. All those knickknacks, like heat sinks, a few fans. These are my bicycle stuff. This is a cheese container which contains, as you can see, PC cables. Those are like small cables. And today, what else did I do? Here we go. Let's see. See here, I got my SATA cables over there, which is now super organized. Now, I got these filaments to shred, and then I got some spare LEDs that I will be placing somewhere. Underneath we got some power supplies over there. Here we got some filming equipment. We got some cables here which are organized but not really placed in somewhere. Here I got some spare printed parts. These are mostly trash, but like I can use this or this. These are kind of like spare parts. This is a holder for my hygrometer, thermometer. I don't use it anymore. These are not 3D printed. Might get rid of those. These are also like mostly spare parts, so that's why it's not amongst these guys. Because there are some like failed prints or stuff that I will not need anymore. These aren't amongst them because these might have some use, but not really likely, you know. This is some stuff for some balloons I bought, mostly useless. These are some filaments. We got some other useless crap over there, and we got some also useless crap over there. So that thing is hopefully gonna be my part of my dry box to heat. You know, that's kind of broken. Adapters there, feet over there. And that's some paint and primer and paint stuff for the living room decoration. Now these guys are gonna get used on these, which will go on the wall. I have put these in this, but These will move. We got some documents there, charging, some figurines, and the server, which will, my goal was to move it down in the corner to have a rack, but I don't have a rack, and this isn't quite sturdy. It can be closed, but I haven't yet. These are some other PC parts, and let me show you more stuff. I got my GPU over there, which goes here, but I temporarily removed it. I've got some paint and things I can be creative about. In this one, we got some more cans, some 3D print parts. This is plaster, by the way, and this will be some new light fixture that I will be repurposing because that was fluorescent. Anyway, we will need to get rid of the everything over there except these guys, which will stay. I got also some monitor here, which is supposed to go here. Anyway, so this part is organized mostly. Again, let me show you here, this part. And I got some stuff here, which will be also organized. I'm thinking of, let me show you, moving this guy under here, which will also be the place these guys will probably stay mounted. Also, I've got some long stuff here, like thin, long things. See, pipes, wood pieces, anything long, anything that can be put over there. So I might organize those long pieces as well, and I don't know. We have to make this place much more organized, really organized for all the things that it has. The challenge basically is to have so many things in this place but still have it super organized. That's my goal, because you can be super organized if you don't have a lot of stuff. You can be super organized if you have a lot of room, a lot of space to put things, and you can hide things, like put into drawers, like put in the box that are not see-through, or I don't know, like stuff things, and people don't see it, so call it organized. But what I want is for everything to have a place, and for everything to be in a place where it makes sense and still be organized with all this stuff. Some of the stuff can go if it's no use, if it's stupid, if it's meaningless, but if I need it for any reason, then it has to have a place that it belongs to, and that's it. Also, let me show you the pegboard. So this is my pegboard. I guess it's kind of organized, kind of not. In the end, another goal is to make this pegboard look a little bit better. You can see the screwdrivers here. I got some heat shrink. Some of this stuff, like here, this looks like a set, right? This looks kind of organized. This, and maybe not those guys, but everything else. I mean, here, maybe just a little bit organization. These tubes can go. I mean, this can look better, you know. And just because I have a pegboard doesn't mean I have to put everything over there. Like, some of this stuff will go because one, it doesn't look good, and two, I don't need it immediately, because the point of the pegboard is to have immediate access, you know. So if I don't need it immediately, I can take this away, like take the stuff away. Like, for example, I need these. But maybe I don't need these. At least I don't need this. Maybe I don't need this. Like this. Or these stuff, you know. Or maybe this. I mean, some of the stuff could stay. Like, for example, if I need 2 scrapers, but I don't need the third, and it doesn't take a lot of space, so I can just leave the third. If it looks good, if it looks like a set, I can leave it. But if not, then it can go, because it takes up space. I don't need it, so it can go. Like, for example, you know, these guys. Maybe I need it, maybe I don't, so I have to decide. So that's basically it. And like, I got this big guy, this big guy. You know, some of these can go at least under here, because you know it's heavy, so it looks kind of not great. I mean, this is a side pegboard. I just added to the wall. I thought it's a good idea, but maybe not, maybe it is. I don't know, but this guy is preventing some access from here. Okay? So at least that guy can go under there, and since it's heavy, like for example, for any reason, if it falls, it doesn't create that much damage. You know, it just falls onto ground like 50 centimeters as opposed to like 1.5 meters and like breaking this thing, the counter, and easier access. Like for example, this guy. I mean, I use this sometimes. I just open it, take a bit, put it back, that kind of stuff, but it looks ugly because it's just that bag, so it can go somewhere. Inside a drawer or maybe underneath here. So we will have to do that. This is the cooling stuff, right? Put this here. Okay. Never use boxes. I never would, but temporarily to decide what I need, I can use them, right? So here I got some metal pieces. See, maybe I can use these guys. I think I have separated these just because these are like more flat, more, I don't know, useful. Like here, underneath this guy, this is a piece of my old case, by the way, which I've basically cannibalized. So here we get some smaller profiles, but maybe I can put them together. I mean, most of these stuff can go, but metal is kind of expensive, so I mean, I got even more profiles. How should I show you? Like, you know, you see this profile? This is new. This is better looking than this, but and I have more of that. So let me see. Here, you see, I got that, but who knows, right? So, I mean, you could call me a hoarder, I guess, but since I am really obsessed with organization, I just sometimes think about stuff, I look at stuff, and it annoys me too much, and I just start throwing a lot of things away. I do that every now and then. It's just sometimes I have to wait for some things before I decide to throw it away, like part ways, you know. So now, let's put this here as well. This part is organized, you know. This guy will go here. So this is organized. I mean, I guess there's not much else. Here I got some hooks, by the way. Let me show you. See, I was using these guys before I started printing customized stuff, and that was after buying a 3D printer. So I didn't have one before, so I was using all hooks here. Now I got only some which will eventually maybe replace. I mean, I won't replace this one, but these guys, right? Anything that sticks out, because this doesn't really stick out, these will go away, by the way, and these stuff, you know, because if you ever watched Adam Savage or Van Neistat, you would know that you can't just place something and place something else behind, because you have to move that out to take the thing behind. So here, these are all different things. So you can't do that. You can take these away, put it. This is a bit hard to do. This is kind of stuck by one hand. I mean, some of this stuff I even forgot it exists. I mean, I obviously am aware of my heatset inserts, and these are kind of new, so I'm aware of these as well. But yeah, I forgot about my rivets, and you know, I got other rivets over there, but I kind of forgot about these guys, and also these guys. They're all very useful, so maybe we can take these and put it over here. I mean, I could put it here, but as you can see, here is occupied. I can put them here. Let me make some light. I can put them here. Now, let's do it this way. Okay, let's just, okay, right. This is just temporary. So, let me show you again. This drawer needs so much more organization. So, these two are Gridfinity, by the way. There are some more batteries. See, this is just a cover which will need to be enlarged, so it's not a tight fit. I got some rubber stuff for bits here, which is what I was using. Let me show you before this. But the rubber one, as you saw, just was black, so I wasn't seeing anything. So I switched to this one, but this is obviously PLA. It's firm, it's not rubber, so it has some issues. So also not really good tolerance, so this won't come out, for example, but this does. So if I were to print it again, it would be fine, but I haven't yet. Anyway, so here are some more smart home devices, this and this. Okay, I got some pieces there that are kind of large. These stuff will go somewhere, I don't know. And here, these are plaster pieces which will go to trash. Here I got some stuff that I cannot throw away, so I will store, and maybe I can use these as some stands for other stuff, because I will be mounting the monitors to the wall, so I don't need the stands. But so some of those stuff could be used, and some of those are cover or pieces that I cannot throw away. Here I just removed the cap from this, but it's black, so not very useful. Also, I will probably split these some places, like put this into Gridfinity, maybe this maybe someplace else, and these will have use on the Normandy model. And I will be using this guy and put this away. Maybe I can put this away into this cheese box. Right, we can put this into here. As you can see, obviously this will also be replaced with something see-through maybe. These are mirrors for my bike also, which will, all of these will go together, but I will probably have the glows someplace accessible, more accessible, so I might use it for something else, because I don't use my bike all the time or ever, maybe very rarely. Anyway, so let me show you the room again. So we are still just as organized as we started the video, but I mean, if I were to put these away and do this stuff, put this away, put things where they should be, I think it will be a bit more organized. Also, here are some glows in this drawer. I also have some more glows, as well as this, and some safety stuff so they can go together. And also I've got some adapters there. So it's kind of compartmentalized. It's just, it needs to have its own place. I mean, when you look at it like this, you might think that I need more storage, and you're probably right, but let me show you. Here, this is almost empty. These used to have my bike stuff, and here this is half full. I could put stuff here, but also, I don't know, some of this stuff could be thrown away or stored more intelligently. And here I might have some use for some of these stuff, like for example these guys, you know, which maybe would be reduced to half size of the drawer, so I would have use for half of the drawer. Here are all of the stuff, like some of these stuff are broken, like this is a toy, this is a blender that needs to be fixed, this, most of these stuff will be thrown away. I got a phone here, which I hope to at least use the screen off. And this is empty, which used to have my motherboard boxes. Now I've emptied. And here I got my camera tools, and these guys can go here, but we see this is full, so maybe I'll have a second drawer. But some of this stuff, like these two for example, could go under here somewhere. So I might have this place empty, or maybe I might add another pegboard here, which will provide more space for film gear. And this is also broken because this fell, so I broke it, which was unfortunate. So I might have some use for these, some storage. This is a work in progress DIY LED panel, by the way. These removed from these guys, which weren't very good, by themselves, so I made it one, and I can power them. I just need a fan, a heatsink, some work in a container. Basically, I did this when I didn't have a 3D printer, so it's much easier now. I will get to it someday, and obviously these things produce some heat, so I will have to be careful about that. That's the reason for the fan and heatsink. So we got some space here, not a lot, but maybe, I don't know, 2 drawer worth of space. And here, let me show you, this is full. This is somewhat full, but the last drawer, which is not easy to open now, so I won't, is available. And also here it's available, and the first drawer will be available. And we will, I mean, this part of the pegboard is kind of underutilized, and so in short, I might just have some, or half of this stuff, have some place for them, you know? If I use and have place for other stuff, like the stuff I will be using, like the paint, toys, you know, the toy can go into the bookcase. These guys will be shredded, hopefully recycled. I mean, it looks a lot, but I just think I might just have enough space for these. Then it might be fine, but I guess I might still need some space. We will see about that. So that's the video so far. When I can do more stuff, more useful stuff, we will continue. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're someone like me who really enjoys organizing chaotic stuff and having super organized workshop, stay tuned, because who knows, you might have some ideas for your own workplace. Maybe you enjoy seeing satisfying results, you enjoy a fellow workshopper, who knows. So see you on the next one. Here's the next day. Let's do more organization. So I've had this guy, let me show you, like a box here. Now I figured this is empty, so I'm just gonna take this box away, put where my empty boxes are, so I will have less stuff from here. Able to find the box for this thing. Let's take this as well. Here's the box. Let's just put it inside. So this is what I did. Plastics, cooling, some old PCB parts. Underneath here is metal profiles and stuff, metal stuff, hooks. So this is one full drawer, more useful than before. Now got rid of this guy. Now got a see-through container, much better. Now this is going to trash. This is some new organization, and we've also got this. So the idea of putting these things here, I mean, doesn't look quite organized, right? But the thing is, most of the larger stuff is here. So you got some, if you can see, very large panels that may or may not fit in this drawer, but I thought this would be a better fit, because these are just spare stuff, like things I might use for some project, but not necessarily something I need in this drawer, because I can just take this away, or some people just put it above their height, you know, like hang it somewhere, I don't know, somewhere. Currently it's sitting there. I mean, I always put some stuff here, so it's like at first glance you're just replacing what exists over there. But the thing is, since I only have larger stuff here, it's not that hard to find them. So if I keep it like this and don't put like this stuff over there, it will be easy to find because it won't be too populated because I will only have large stuff. I could also put some of the smaller tube or profile stuff over there. These won't fit. So if I only keep large stuff in there, it will not just get lost in there. I got some, see the black stuff? Some of them are a little bit smaller, but they're kind of tied together, like part of each other, so it won't be hard to find. And I was also careful to not really put the smaller ones of the black ones, so I still have mostly large stuff. And you see the fixture is just one piece, so that won't get lost either. So there's a wood piece, like 2 wood pieces here, but those are only large ones, and underneath the one there's not other wood. For example, there's wood here. Maybe I could put the container itself, but I won't just put these wood in there because they're small and they'll just get lost, or if they don't get lost, there will be too many stuff to find. So that's some of the organization. I will have to just put these tubes, hang them. I think this is going pretty well. I mean, it's still looking really chaotic, like see this stuff everywhere, but I'm really hopeful because I feel like this is going really doing some significant foundational stuff. This will go to trash. So let's see on the next one. I just mounted this into this, so they're now one piece. I'll remove this from this because it's too annoying, and I can put more stuff here. Like, for example, wood pieces are here, metal pieces are here. Maybe something like that, or maybe I can just keep it this way. And maybe I can put the metal thing here, the box, into here. Let's see. So we got a wood piece here. Let's put it this way. Now we got these larger ones, but I don't think they will fit there. Alright, so this guy will obviously fit. Okay, but this is getting kind of too populated, by the wood, so it's gonna be kind of crowded to find something over there. So let's check, just for fun, these guys. This is the shorter one, so okay, this one obviously won't fit, so we can leave these. And what else? This one also won't fit. The wood one won't fit. These guys will, but I won't put them there. I will probably throw them away, but I'll just leave them there for now. Maybe we can take some of these stuff. These are kind of, they can just fall, so we can just put them over there. And so we got some more wood. Okay, now let's just, I think this is not terrible. I mean, it's still kind of not really organized, but not the worst thing. Now it can close. I think we have enough stuff here. Who knows, maybe I will put more stuff over there. But for now, this place is a little more organized. No more stuff that will instantly fall down. So we got these stuff that will need to be moved. So I won't move them there. And we got these stuff and all of these stuff. But we will find some place for all of them. Here's another update. I got this container, which is new. Also got this one. I have organized this drawer a bit. It will be like this for the moment. This is here, and I will put this somewhere, I don't know. So I can't put two of these on top of each other because it won't fit, but currently like this it does fit height wise. So here I've emptied some of this part. I have these headphones, I don't know, I can just throw them away. I've emptied this part a bit. There were some devices here. I will just put them in a box and see what I can do with them later. Now, so this is the robot, which is from my wife's childhood. So I will have to just repair it. It's fine mostly, but it has just broken cables, so I just have to fix that. So this is, by the way, a piece from my light, and this is a SATA converter for a hard drive external, but it's this one. It's non-functional, probably something broke. Anyway, so get some MP3 player here. Maybe I can just throw this. Anyway, so I will fix this and put it into bookstore, and so this will be mostly empty, the drawer. By the way, I have put the here I got some metal and wood pieces. It will stay there. And here I've got construction stuff for the living room, which you can see in another video. My epoxy there, I don't use it for that. Those will not be there because it will be used. So here I got my metal profile from the recessed ceiling that I removed, which will have a place. I guess I could put it here. So this place has less stuff. I can use those sandpapers, like put them somewhere. Here mostly it's long stuff. I don't have the shorter ones, so there's less chance of things falling. I think it's a little more organized than before. Still, I have too much stuff here. That's my tea, by the way. So I have to get rid of these. Yeah, here. Some of the stuff is there. So, I've put the cables here, which was in a cardboard box, so now it's more organized. I just don't have a cupboard for this. I can just find them. So I will have to find some place for these, all of these, and see then what happens. So I just, let me see, I can put it here, or I can put these. Okay, so these are metal, so it makes more sense to keep it there. These are PCB. This is better, I think. So these are camera gear, but these are also some PCB. So if I put these over there, it won't make sense because I want the camera stuff in one place. Maybe I could put these over there, but again, these are more like stuff that I might use someday, or like 2 days from now, who knows. But those stuff, let's see again. So these are old stuff maybe I will never use. mean, this, and this I might use, not this. So the plastics might just go to recycling, and these cooling parts will probably be used, and those are more like computer stuff. So maybe if I have a place for computer stuff, I might put them somewhere, but for now I don't. So it's fine to keep them there. Maybe I could use these guys, the adapters, into this, but really doubt that it will fit because I have a lot of adapters, probably won't fit. Here's a small update. The table is mostly clear. I have rid of the LEDs. I just roll them and put them somewhere. Clean this part a bit, but it's not very clean because I've been stupid and did some plaster work, so now this part doesn't come off, even though I washed it a few times. Maybe I could try just soap. I tried with IPA and water and a scraper. Didn't really work. So I got these guys left. I might throw these away. This works. And the other only needs some cable. So these are my bike parts. I just made this my bike mirror container holder. So this mostly works, but I need some work to make it functional again. The pump, spare filaments, I will make this maybe into one single container to make this a speaker. Oh my god. Wow. This just came off. I just realized that. Anyway, so let's see. So the bottom is still mostly empty, which means not these, but I can put maybe these and maybe these and maybe something from here, and it will be organized. Now, for the second, I'm really happy with this. We got spare parts, some useless scrap, things I could use, etc. Now, on the third one, we got these parts. This is somewhat functional, somewhat not. PTFE tube underneath is some cables. Maybe I could make this a power multiplier, I guess. I don't know what you call that. Make it work. This is an LED bulb. This is some other bulb. Now, here we got some wood pieces, stuff for just regular printer, parts, cables, parts. These are the LEDs that I've talked about. See, there was such a mess here. Now it's only there. Some fabric. This is some conduit. Here, PC parts, PC cables, very LEDs, stuff for computer, cables, more LEDs, cables, and this has filming gear and filming gear. Here again, I will make this into a pretty Gridfinity container. These stuff will be gotten rid of, and these will be used. The only reason I keep the monitor here is to force myself into making a wall mount for it, so I can put it here and it doesn't take up space anymore, because if I put it away, I will probably never make a mount for it. Now, here is a little bit complicated. I don't know where to put these stuff. I wanna get rid of this. That's why it's always here, because I'm slowly trying to get rid of the containers, because the reason is it's black. I mean, I could paint it, but I don't think it's worth the effort because we got Gridfinity. Now here, might use this later for something, but I will probably also transfer the stuff in this into Gridfinity boxes as well. So these are some cleaning stuff, other stuff, some spare parts from stuff that I disassembled. Now here, the power cord will be positioned somewhere. Now these stuff, this is useful. These are kind of junk, but I don't know, maybe I could do something about this. So, you know what they are. I will also put them somewhere. Now here, some more headphones, stuff that will be mounted, and more stuff that will need to be placed somewhere. Now here, cables, mouse, also need to be moved somewhere. These are for the monitor. So this is what it is now. Also on below I got a new trash, which is much more sturdy. I can't like drop it accidentally if I hit it accidentally. Now here, this is the container from the last time. I moved the would-be recycled filaments here. Underneath is new filaments I got. Here I got another piece of filament in the box which I ordered for. So here I could put the power cord, but I don't really have much of a space for it. So inside this is lots of C13, 14 cables, like for computers, monitors. I've got too much of that stuff. I got some video cables, antenna cables, HDMI cables. This is for cable guide, more filaments. This is for my jigsaw to suck up dust. Anyway, so this is what it is now. Let me show you the wide angle. So quite a bit more organization, but still has some room for improvement. So we will see what happens next. Here is some more updates. So you don't see that much can anymore because they are here mounted. I have finally did the spray can mounting, and I will also be mounting maybe these, because if I mount these underneath here, I will have more space here and all the cans will be in one place. I mean, I might mount this one as well, and maybe this one too, or not. I will have to decide for that. There's also this one. It's mostly the same, except now we got this one. It was this drawer. I put it out. It has some plastic stuff, some junk, some parts like these that could maybe use. I had to stop the video because I had an earthquake alert, but that was like 200 kilometers away, so not really close and not really a strong earthquake, just a mild one. Okay, so continuing. So I had another one of these containers and I put in the glass cups containers in it. Let's see. Yeah, here. I put these stuff in here. So maybe I could put one more here. So let me show you this LED. Maybe I should also take this out so that I can force myself making it and it clears up space. One of the LEDs probably don't work, so if I just connect between, I mean, some people don't recommend it, but since more LEDs than regular E27 bulbs, it should be less voltage change, so it should be fine. Maybe I can work with this after I make this video. I just move these around a bit. I think these were here, now they're empty. I think, let me think. The reason I moved this here is, I don't know. I just did some changes between the drawers. Also, I put the GPU here for now to keep it safe. These stuff are still here. One of this has a lens in it. This is empty. These are some of other bike stuff. Maybe I could put these here, but this is, for example, too big. Also some light stuff, so it's not too hard to store things. Like put this here, right? But there's two things. One is that, for example, I want to use this. Like this could be useful, right? I don't want to just store it somewhere and forget about it. So that's why I don't just put it mixed with something else. Like I could just put all of these, except the lenses, together and like here, for example, store it. But that's not really what I want, because I want to use this stuff. And if I want to use these stuff, it has to be somewhere I can access and don't forget about it. For other things that need to be stored, that will need to be accessed later, organizing, compartmentalizing is what needs to be done. Otherwise, this is no different than putting all the things away in a few boxes. That's why I just laid things out, working on putting them into separate containers, drawers, pegboards, separate areas where they make sense, where they will be used, utilized, remembered, decided on what to do, etc. I recently purchased some cover for this counter to put. It was black, it was EVA foam, but see, there's this gap. I don't know why there's a gap, by the way. There shouldn't be. Anyway, I can fix that later. So to hide these seams, these also hide like these imperfections and make it more uniform, better looking. Have bought another thing that will arrive today, which is an XPE foam, which should be more durable. And the reason I returned the EVA foam is it had some faults, connections, when it should have been just one single piece. So the one that will arrive today should be one single piece, and it is orange. Unfortunately, it's only one color, so the countertop will be orange, but it will be hopefully uniform, much better looking. We will also do that in this video, in the final part, and see how it looks. By the way, I forgot that I never mentioned the bag over there. I don't really use it. There's a corded power drill in it. I also don't use that. That can just go away. I don't really have any useful way of taking advantage of that bag, so it just stays there. Obviously, like everything else in this room, that will also be taken care of, because there will be nothing that doesn't belong here. I should also show you these long pieces. These are even longer to fit here. I mean, maybe I could fit them there, because that's like more than 2 meters. Like, it's not really causing any issues, and I will be making picture frames with these. But these will be, the frames will be hung to this wall. It will be some of the films, stuff that really matter to me. And this is a cable thing. Also, there are some more parts here. Maybe I could put these there. But obviously, that place is not for storage because it's behind the 3D printer. So it's just temporary. like most stuff. We will also be having a sitting area right around here. Imagine something like this. Actually, I can show it to you. So we will be having this one. This, I guess you could call it ottoman. It will be over there. So it will be here. And also that sitting area will have a nice storage underneath it, because that ottoman has a lot of storage space. Actually, I could possibly put these wood pieces and the ones over there, other larger stuff under there, put maybe some stuff over there, so it will be more useful. That's it for now. Next we will continue with the countertop surface. So here's the final update for this video. As you can see, I have cleared up this space. So the server is still there, obviously. It's not really hard to just temporarily move it. I can even do it while it's running. Obviously I wouldn't, but not really hard to move it. So I will be adding surface from here all the way to the end. So it will be this long, around 48 to 50 centimeters. I will also have another piece come here. So this is the material I got. I was going to make that in this video, placing it using double-sided tape to glue it. But you see the cable, and there is the server also. By the way, there's this gap. I just had to move this and close the gap. It just moved for some reason, I don't know, while maybe moving the drawers. So there's just tiny little bit of height difference here. I will level all of them here as well. So I will level all of them. Like, for example, you can see there's this thing and there is here. So these two, I guess, kind of work, but I will be using those. I will be using these guys and really hold on to the wood, and then these will be leveled once and for all. So once these are level and I'm sure of it, there's no other issues, like for example, these don't cause any issues, but if I notice anything, I will even it out. I feel these two pieces are from this stair/drawer. This had a wholly different purpose. It was for a bunk bed, and this piece I got, which is different from these guys. As a result, it has some issues. These are actually even worse. This doesn't really have much of an issue. This was some kind of a cabinet door. So this has some scratches on it. Nothing really significant. I just had some damage here. You can see something fell on it. It's actually better than these guys. So I will be laying this thing and using double-sided tape, but before I will have to do these things, I will also be maybe adding a 3D printed part here. I don't know. I could just leave it, but it could be better. I mean, it's mostly level, but it could be better. So, because here it's kind of slanted. When it's all done, I will be adding this here, which will quite, I think, change the tone of the room, because this room is mostly white, which was gonna get some color with the posters and figurines, but I guess we're gonna have to do it before that. So hopefully I will like the color. If not, I'm not sure if I will have option to paint it, because that might be troublesome. Anyway, I do like the orange color. It's just maybe I would have picked blue, red. Red might have been too much, but maybe some blue or some gray, even maybe black, just to hide issues. But that's it. So see you on the next video. Hopefully it will be a nice change.